Hey, everybody, this is Dick Cash from SeeHere.net, James B. Podcast, episode 2. Today's episode, we're going to look into stem cell research, Wikipedia, information about there, and what it involves, an international society for stem cell research, independent nonprofit organization. If you check out their website, closer look, get involved, stem cells and medicine and patient resources. So it's quite a good, thorough website to check out if you're looking for information on stem cells.
That
James
must be
B. And here he is. We're live with James B. Take it away, James.
stem cells. Yeah, just a ton of stuff out there. I think first I owe an apology to Michael J. Fox, because when we spoke of stem cells on our first podcast, you said, "Oh yeah, and Michael J. Fox in Canada," and I said, "Well, I'm not sure if stem cells would work for him," and I'm sorry to say that because I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert. We were hoping to have a couple of experts on. I was in touch with one, and he's so darn busy, and it's a reflection on how everybody is so busy in the stem cell business because word is getting around. Anyway, I filled out this Michael J. Fox thing that I thought was for being a volunteer for stem cell research through the Michael J. Fox Foundation. But by the time I finished filling out the application, I realized, hey, wait a minute, this is the prerequisite for this is that you need to have Parkinson's, which I don't have, so I don't expect I'll hear much. Yeah. I think I went to the National STEM Foundation, Michael J. Fox STEM Foundation. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. Yeah. So there it is. Sign up for Parkinson's. No, that's not it. I was kind of led to believe that you could volunteer for stem cell research, but from the Michael J. Fox Foundation point of view, you have to have Parkinson's before you get accepted, I guess. Oh yeah, choose the reason. Well, I just wanted to be a volunteer. Anyway, stem cells. Last night I watched a video, a Charlie Rose video featuring a number of American experts. And it was really good, but it was like recorded in 2014. So it was like, that's it, the latest, but it's 2014. It was good though. And you realize that there's so much going on. There he is. Yak, yakety, yak, yak, yak. And that was quite good if you want to go and check that out. We're not going to listen to the whole thing here. Oh, Pumpkinhead. Oh, I mean, Paul Nurse, very famous expert from the Rockefeller University. So I watched that whole thing, and it was only at the end that I realized it was from, November 16th, 2014. It seemed so up to date, but they were extremely conservative in their views. They simply spoke about stem cells being for tissue problems, muscle, ligament, that kind of stuff. Whereas you can find experimental stuff that apparently, according to some articles, they can do something if you have a heart problem, if you have an eye problem, if you have a lung problem. And these are kind of science fiction claims. But what they can do and what they are doing is treating people with like a hip problem. they can inject stem cells, and it reactivates the collagen in the hip. And you can do that without surgery. Yeah, there. Repairing hearts, brains, eyes. That's pretty wild stuff. I could use some of that. On another thing, another post, they spoke of I'm getting a little mixed up because there's so much here to talk about. But on one post, there's a company called Merck. That's a big pharmaceutical company, and they just took over a website. They took over a website, and now they're claiming, I didn't check it further than this, but they're claiming that they're offering stem cells online. That's the one. Yeah. M is now Merck. And where did it say? I don't see it there, but they spoke of selling stem cells online. Can you see it there? Cell line. No, that's not what I meant. Cellular reprogramming. Maybe they took it down since I saw it. It was a few days ago that I saw it. But it was right up there. It said stem cells online. So what are stem cells? Apparently there's more than one type. But the basic stem cells are adult stem cells and embryonic stem cells. And the difference apparently is that the adult stem cells can be used for certain things, and embryonic stem cells can be used for a lot of things. Well, there's a lot to look at here. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen quite a bit. If you'll check our post, we have an interesting documentary coming from someone called Liz Bonin, and it was coming through the BBC. So we put it up yesterday because after looking at a bunch of them, many were so complicated that unless you already knew some stuff about it, then it would be hard to understand. But this one's easy to understand, not all of it, but better than others. Yeah, all we can suggest, I suppose, is that if you have interest in stem cells, watch that video on See Here and check all the other stuff, because there is a ton of stuff. Historically, it goes back to two Canadian guys, James Till and Ernest McCulloch, and they are sort of credited with the beginning of stem cell research in the early 60s, but you can look beyond that, past that. There were stem cell publications in the 40s, in the 1900s, about 1908 or something, and even a reference as far back as 1885. So you can look all that stuff up yourself, and there's lots of places offering stem cell therapy. So we don't have any association with any of them, but many are probably pretty good. You have to check it out for yourself. So that's it for the moment. The power of stem cells. Probably the most fascinating and interesting subject to come along in medical history in at least 1,000 years. So that's it for now, Dick. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.